the vast, echoing expanse of Kyocera Dome in Osaka, bathed in the soft glow of pre-dawn lights, where the air crackles with unspoken dreams and the faint scent of cherry blossoms lingers from the streets outside, you're there, heart racing like a hidden drumbeat, clutching a VIP pass that's your golden ticket to the unseen world of stardom, wondering if this is the instant when the veil lifts and you glimpse the soul behind the icon. What if, in the quiet before the storm, something utterly unforeseen unfolds, a glitch in the matrix that binds you forever to the rhythm of genius? In the heart of Japan's pulsating second city, GDragon's Soundcheck for his explosive 2025 world tour, Übermensch, wasn't just a rehearsal, it was a portal to the extraordinary, where one unexpected twist left fans gasping, tears streaming, and spirits ignited with an unbreakable fire. Buckle up, because this tale of serendipity will pull you in deeper than you ever imagined, leaving you hungry for every electrifying detail. And just when you think you've caught your breath, imagine the first tentative notes slicing through the silence like a lover's secret confession, each chord building a bridge to the unknown that tugs at your very core. The Dome, a colossal beacon of steel and dream since its inception in 1997, stands as a silent witness to legends being born, its retractable roof poised like a guardian angel over the stage. But tonight, on the eve of October 20, 2025, as the encore dates for the tour ignite Osaka's autumn skies, the Soundcheck pulses with a life of its own, a clandestine gathering of the devoted, where VIP souls huddle in the shadows, eyes wide with the intoxicating question, what hidden spark will light up this sacred space? GDragon, the trailblazing force behind K-pop's global revolution, steps into that light not as a distant deity, but as a creator mid-flight, his presence alone weaving spells of anticipation. Stay locked in, dear reader, for the unforeseen event that crashes this symphony like a meteor will sweep you into a whirlwind of emotion, making you laugh, cry, and cheer all at once, desperate to uncover how it all unraveled into pure, unfiltered joy. But hold on tight. Have you ever sensed the universe holding its breath right before it exhales a miracle that reshapes everything you thought possible? As technicians swarm like benevolent spirits, fine-tuning amplifiers that hum with the promise of thunder, the energy coils like a spring in the chest of every attendee, from wide-eyed locals who've queued since dawn to jet-lagged devotees who've crossed oceans on whispers of this moment. Osaka, that vibrant tapestry of neon dreams and ancient echoes, cradles these rehearsals in its unyielding embrace, its streets alive with the sizzle of takoyaki and the distant roar of bullet trains racing toward tomorrow. Here, in the Dome's inner sanctum, GDragon's voice, raw, unpolished, achingly real, begins to unfurl, testing the waters of songs that have defined eras, from the defiant anthems of his Big Bang legacy to the philosophical depths of his latest opus, Übermensch. Yet what brews in this cocoon of creativity is no ordinary prelude. It's the setup for something delightfully chaotic, a mishap so whimsically human that it transforms potential disaster into a celebration of resilience and connection. Lean in closer. The revelation that's about to hit will have your pulse thundering, your soul soaring, and your mind racing with the sheer thrill of what comes next. Microphones dangle like pendulums of fate. Guitars lean against amps like old confidants, and the stage, vast as an ocean, gleams under work lights that cast long, dramatic shadows. Technicians, those unsung alchemists of audio, move with the grace of kabuki masters, their headsets crackling with urgent incantations as they chase perfection in every echo. For the uninitiated, this might seem like mere mechanics, a checklist ticked off before the spectacle. But oh, how it underestimates the poetry unfolding. GDragon, clad in a simple black hoodie that hints at the sartorial fireworks to come, strides onto the platform, his trademark charisma a quiet storm brewing. He greets the small assembly with a wave that's equal parts humility and command, his smile a beacon that instantly dissolves the room's tension into warm collective sighs. "Let's make some noise," he says, voice carrying that signature rasp, and just like that, the first riff slices the air, a snippet from Power, his 2024 comeback anthem that still sends shivers down spines worldwide. The notes cascade, tentative at first, like raindrops testing a parched earth, building into a torrent that has the VIP crowd swaying involuntarily, their phones forgotten in pockets as they drink in the purity of it all. Questions flicker across faces like fireflies. Will he unveil a fresh twist on Crooked, that rebellious classic from 2013? Could this be the birthplace of an encore surprise, a bridge between his solo evolution and Big Bang's timeless heaven? The Dome, engineered for sonic equity, with its state-of-the-art baffles and subwoofers that can rumble like distant thunder, amplifies every nuance, the subtle quiver in his falsetto, the percussive snap of fingers syncing with the kick drum. It's a feast for the senses, where sightlines from even the upper tiers offer glimpses of magic, and the faint hum of cooling systems blends into a lullaby of anticipation. Attendees, a blend of Osakans with their infectious energy and international pilgrims clutching faded torties, exchange glances pregnant with shared wonder, their bonds deepening in this exclusive enclave. Yet, as the session gains momentum, dipping into the philosophical undercurrents of Ubermensch, tracks like Too Bad, that probe the human spirit's unyielding drive, the atmosphere shifts from reverent to rapturous. GDragon experiments freely, ad-libbing lyrics that twist like vines towards sunlight, his laughter echoing when a harmony veers off script, pulling chuckles from the crew. It's this unfiltered joy that hooks you, the way his eyes light up mid-phrase, as if the music isn't just flowing through him, but lifting him skyward. Fans lean forward, breaths held, feeling the invisible threads of connection tighten. How does one man command such vulnerability, turning a sterile rehearsal into a confessional? The energy feeds back, a virtuous cycle where applause spurs bolder risks, and the Dome feels less like a structure and more like a beating heart, pulsing in time with Osaka's own indomitable rhythm. Delving into the city's sonic soul, one realizes why this moment resonates so profoundly here. Osaka, the underbelly of Japan's glamour, with its labyrinthine markets and underground clubs throbbing in Amerikamura, has long been a cradle for boundary breakers, from the raw grit of enka ballads crooned in smoky bars to the futuristic pulses of electronic festivals that spill into dawn. GDragon, whose career mirrors this fusion, marrying hip-hop fire with orchestral swells and visual artistry, fits like a missing note in its melody. Past tours have etched legends into these venues. The May shows, where daisy wreaths from icons like Takashi Murakami bloomed at the entrance, symbolizing rebirth and resilience, themes that echo through Ubermensch's Nietzschean lens. Attendees whisper of those nights, the dragon bike entrance that had crowds erupting, the 2-hour solos without a single guest that showcased his unchallenged throne as K-pop's king. Now, in October's Encore Glow, that legacy amplifies, promising not repetition, but reinvention, where every Soundcheck seed might blossom into a setlist revelation. Emotion wells up unbidden as the rehearsal delves deeper, voices layering in unexpected harmonies that tug at heartstrings like old friends reuniting after years apart. There's a rawness here, stripped of the May concert's high-tech dazzle. No AI holograms yet, no rose and daisy jackets from Yamamoto's atelier, just pure, sweat-kissed creation. One fan, her eyes glistening, murmurs to her neighbor about the journey that brought her back. A layover in Seoul, a red-eye flight fueled by playlists of Today on loop, all for this glimpse of the man who taught her to embrace her quirks. How does he do it? Pouring such authenticity into every bar, making strangers feel seen in a sea of 55,000. The answer hums in the air, a motivational undercurrent that whispers, "Your fire matters too. Fan it, and watch worlds ignite." It's this emotional alchemy that keeps you riveted, the way laughter punctuates a missed cue, turning awkwardness into endearment. forging memories that outshine any polished performance. Click your way through the human stories unfolding in those seats, and you'll uncover tapestries of triumph that inspire without end. A young artist from Manila, inspired by GDragon's self-produced blueprint, sketches lyrics on a napkin, her pen flying as a bass line rumbles approval. Beside her, an Osakan father, tickets a gift to his daughter who's battled shyness since school, watches with quiet pride as the music coaxes smiles from her lips. These vignettes, born in the Soundcheck's gentle cradle, pose profound queries. What if this unforeseen harmony is the key to unlocking your own dormant song? The session pulses with such possibility. GDragon, pausing to banter with the front row. "Osaka, you ready to break the dome tonight?" His words a spark that fans the flames of collective spirit. No barriers here, just souls sinking, the dome's acoustics wrapping every cheer in velvet, ensuring even whispers carry weight. As the clock edges toward completion, the technical tapestry tightens. Engineers tweaking EQs with the precision of sushi chefs slicing sashimi, chasing that elusive balance where vocals soar without drowning the synths. GDragon, ever the visionary, suggests tweaks, a delay on the chorus for ethereal depth, a drop in the bridge to mimic a heartbeat stutter, each idea met with nods and frantic adjustments. The VIPs, perched on edges of seats, feel the evolution in real time, their excitement a tangible fog that blurs the lines between observer and participant. It's motivational magic, witnessing this craftsmanship, the hours of unseen labor behind hits that have soundtracked heartbreaks and victories, stirs a fire within. Why settle for echoes when you can craft your own crescendo? Osaka's ethos amplifies it. The city's kui-daore spirit of eat, play, and prosper, urging indulgence in this auditory banquet, where every vibration is a call to live louder. Broadening the vista, consider the ripple effects cascading beyond the dome's walls. Hotels in Umeda buzz with check-ins, their lobbies alive with fans swapping setlist theories over steaming bowls of udon. Street vendors in Dotonbori hawk light sticks that glow like captured stars, their chatter laced with previews of the Soundcheck's warmth. This tour, with its philosophical bent, Übermensch as a manifesto for self-overcoming, mirrors Osaka's own rebirths, from post-war Phoenix to tech haven, infusing the evening with layers of inspiration. Fans depart these previews buzzing, not just with spoilers, but with blueprints for boldness. If he can weave vulnerability into power anthems, what bold strokes can you paint in your canvas of days? The questions linger like afterglow, pulling you deeper into the narrative's embrace. Yet, it's in these mounting crescendos that the air thickens with delicious tension, the crew's banter a soundtrack to impending wonder. GDragon launches into a full run of heaven, that 2008 gem reborn with Übermensch's edge, his voice climbing octaves that send chills racing down spines. The crowd, small but mighty, mirrors the phrases instinctively, their harmony a soft echo that draws a grin from the stage. Laughter bubbles when a light rig flickers erratically, casting playful shadows that dance like mischievous sprites, harmless teases that heighten the intimacy. How does this raw rehearsal outshine spotlights? You ponder as the music wraps around you like a favorite scarf on a brisk night. It's the unscripted pulses, the way eyes meet across the void, affirming that connection trumps perfection every time. Venturing into sensory depths, the Soundcheck assaults and soothes in equal measure. Visually, the stage is a minimalist marvel, cables snaking like rivers toward horizons, monitors glowing with waveform ghosts, and GDragon's silhouette sharp against backlit haze. Orally, it's nirvana, the unadorned pluck of strings cutting crisp, vocals blooming from whispers to roars, the dome's reverb lending a cathedral-like reverence. Tactile thrills hum through seats, low frequencies vibrating chests like internal applause, while scents mingle mysteriously. Fresh solder from tweaks, citrus from a performer's energy drink, the faint earthiness of nearby parks drifting in. For attendees, it's immersive therapy, washing away daily grime and waves of wonder, prompting soul stirs. When last did art make you feel this alive, this scene? Clickbait your curiosity further. What if the real show isn't the concert, but this prelude where dreams take flight untethered? GDragon's improvisations sparkle, a freestyle verse, layering personal anecdotes over beats,
drawing gasps for its candor, evoking his journey from Busan boy to global iconoclast. Fans capture fragments not for clout, but catharsis, snippets that later fuel fan edits blending Osaka's neon with lyrical fire. It's emotional rocket fuel. Seeing the architect at work, flaws and all, reminds that masterpieces are messy births, urging you to embrace your own creative chaos with open arms. Motivation surges as the session nears its zenith, the air electric with unspoken pacts. GDragon, sweat beating like diamonds under lights, shares a glance with a front-row devotee, her handmade daisy crown a nod to his floral motif, and in that instant, the room contracts to just them, artist and admirer, united in rhythm's grace. Cheers erupt for small victories, a seamless transition between tracks, a vocal run that nails the ether. This isn't passive fandom, it's participatory poetry, where your energy shapes the alchemy, whispering, "Rise, create, conquer. The stage is yours too." Osaka's resilient heartbeat echoes it, its people masters of turning tides, from festival feasts to quiet triumphs, making every moment a lesson in unyielding spirit. Reflecting on the tour's grand arc, this Soundcheck slots like a keystone into Übermensch's edifice, a tour that kicked off with Goyang Stadium sellouts, stormed Tokyo and Manila, and now circles back to Osaka for encores that promise closure and ignition.
Drawing from May's triumphs, 80,000 voices chanting under daisy seas, dragon bikes roaring through crowds, the October dates build on that blaze, infusing philosophical fire with fan-fueled fervor. Questions of legacy swirl. How does one man's vision ripple to touch millions, turning passive listeners into active dreamers? The answer vibrates in the dome's bones, a testament to art's transformative touch. Emotion crests as tracks blend seamlessly. Too Bad melting into Today, timelines collapsing in melodic embrace. Tears trace cheeks unashamed. For the hiatus bridged, the comebacks claimed, the shared solitude of fans who've waited years. GDragon pauses, mic lowered to absorb the vibe, his nod as a silent thank you that swells hearts to bursting. It's here, in this unguarded grace, that the motivational core gleams. Perseverance isn't solitary, it's a chorus, amplified by those who believe. Fans leave not just hyped, but healed, pockets full of purpose, ready to soundtrack their own Übermensch arcs. But wait, the plot thickens, the universe winking as if in on a cosmic jest. Just as GDragon dives into a high-energy run-through of a new arrangement for Crooked, that defiant 2013 banger reimagined with Übermensch's brooding depth, the unthinkable stirs. A rogue cable, perhaps loosened by the dome's subtle vibrations, or a technician's hurried step in the dim light, snakes across the stage like a sly serpent. The stage, cluttered with monitors and mic stands in this pre-show chaos, becomes a labyrinth of potential pitfalls. GDragon, lost in the flow, his body moving with that signature fluidity, hips swaying to the beat, feet tracing intricate patterns honed from years of choreography, doesn't see it coming. One foot lands squarely, the other catches the edge, and in a blur of motion that's equal parts slapstick and slow-motion poetry, he stumbles forward, arms flailing in a desperate bid for balance. Gasps ripple through the VIP section like a sudden gust, hearts leaping into throats as the room holds its collective breath. Is this the derailment everyone's dreaded in hushed pre-tour forums? The glitch that halts the hype? But no, dear reader, this is where the magic fractures into something gloriously, unexpectedly alive. GDragon doesn't crash, he pivots mid-fall, turning the tumble into an improvised roll that lands him in a crouch, mic still clutched like a lifeline, his laughter exploding forth before the echo fades. "Osaka, you trying to keep me on my toes already?" he quips, voice breathless but booming, eyes sparkling with that irrepressible mischief that has endeared him to legions. The stumble, unforeseen and utterly human, becomes the spark that ignites the room. Not a flaw, but a flourish, transforming the Soundcheck from routine to revelatory in a heartbeat.